Hi, I'm Nikki,
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jamie.
and this is America's Ass is a Galcast. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
I know, I love it.
That's why I do it. I love it when, first of all, Robin Williams, just a wonderful human to have walked this earth. Number one. Two, brilliant actor. Three, funny as all hell. He's not Mel Brooks worthy in my book, but he's damn near close, damn near close. Well, I want to remind everybody listening that this is America's Asses, a Galcast. We are an MCU centric podcast by women for everybody, right, ladies?
Absolutely.
You got it.
I wanted to get that done and out of the way before I forget. It's right there, fresh in my brain.
Or me coming back like an hour later. Did you say that? Did you? I don't remember.
Oh man. It's been a crazy cuckoo day. How about it?
Oh man.
I just feel like it's in the universe.
I think
Is
so
there
too.
a full moon? When is the full moon?
It was Sunday.
Oh, we're still feeling the effects of it.
I wasn't asking you, Siri. Shush.
That's awesome. See, but I'm not getting no Siri. Oh no, I have a Siri.
It was on my watch.
Oh, okay. I have a Siri on my phone.
I hit it on my watch.
But I don't have an Alexa.
Nope.
I'm told in the podcast world or like radio world or whatever, streaming world, that you can't say, hey, the A name, because it will start up if they're listening to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one we have here downstairs in the basement, I changed it to say computer.
Oh.
Like that's the notification name or whatever. And so my dad could be like computer, from Star Trek.
Yes.
But it's right next to our TV. So like sometimes if somebody says computer or like I say computer, like here in the office, it'll hear me and I'll be like, no, bitch, I'm not talking to you. Or she'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Well, bitch, I wasn't talking to you in the first place. Okay.
Mind your business.
Exactly.
Mr. Big is texting me. How's your night?
Oh,
yeah. Hold on.
Better now that we're here.
Yeah. To be honest, ladies, seriously, I was wallowing in my own misery tonight.
I don't blame you.
I have this big cake order coming up on Saturday. One of my former coworkers, it's her son's birthday, and she wants this really big galaxy cake. Now, to make a galaxy cake, it's not hard at all. But the amount of cake I have to make is daunting, considering like all the elements, because I make everything homemade. I did not make the butter homemade this time, though, ladies. I bought butter this time. I don't have time to make homemade butter. But anyway, so, I had to make 4 cakes, and then I had to crumb coat it and fill it with homemade strawberry filling. And I used 2 pounds of strawberries and I had to soak them. But it's a process,
At least it wasn't raspberries.
Oh my God, I would have died.
It's expensive.
Exactly.
I haven't eaten a raspberry has not touched my tongue in a good 3 weeks because I refuse to pay $7 a pint.
I don't blame you.
Oh my God. So anyway, I did the crumb coat and it was weeping. And I'm like, oh shit, because my house is old. It does not have central air. And because my house is old, the electric's old. And we can only put one air conditioner up in the front of the house. We can't put one back here. Otherwise, we can't function. Everything blows all the time if you put one back here. So,
Yeah.
so it's too hot. So it's warm back here. It wasn't like ungodly hot when I was trying to crumb coat my cake, but it was warm. It was like 80 degrees, maybe warm enough to make it weep. And so I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, I got to put it in the refrigerator. And I tripped over my own shoes and I fell with my cake and it just went everywhere. Like everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I didn't have time to bake another cake because we had a meeting with the kids' school tonight about COVID
geez.
procedures and stuff. And
Oh my goodness.
so I had to go do that. And then I find out my kids don't have busing for 3 weeks because there's a bus driver shortage.
Oh
I've
my
heard that.
God.
Yes.
Are you going to be able to take them?
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily,
Okay.
Mr. Big works only 6 blocks away. He'll just schedule himself if he has to leave the campus with somebody or has to leave the campus for any reason, he'll just take a work van. But so we're good with there, you know. I just don't want him walking, you know, home when he's working nights,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. I told him take an Uber. He's like, I'm not taking an Uber for 6 blocks. I'm like, take an Uber. Make me feel better.
Right.
Seriously. I mean, we don't live in a bad neighborhood, but it's not a great neighborhood either, you know? I mean, anywhere in Cook County, that's iffy, you know,
Right.
no matter who
Right.
you are. Boy, the
Exactly.
stupid things we did as kids, man. When I was in my 20s, I was up here all the time and
Yeah.
I'm taking the
How
train.
are we still alive?
I know.
Because times were different then.
Go to like random places, random people's houses you didn't know.
I
Had
know.
parties.
Swear to God, I remember my days at Second City. I would park my car at the orange line by Midway,
Mhm.
Midway. And then I would take the orange line to the brown line to Second City, play there for a while, take some classes, do a couple shows, see a couple shows, get out of there, get drunk with my friends. And then I'd take the train back and sleep in my car until I was sober. Like, what the? Oh my God.
Again, times were different.
Right.
Times are different in the fact that I'm smarter. Oh my God, it's crazy. But yeah, today was just a cuckoo crazy day. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So,
like, I don't know, the moon retroactive or whatever it's called.
I don't know. Yeah, it was a full moon on Sunday. Maybe the planets are just wonky today. Then there's a terror attack today. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's a
Mhm.
crazy, it's a terrible, crazy cuckoo day. So you guys were my only bright light. Well, I don't know. My kids were singing and dancing tonight, and you know how much I love that.
No.
So
They're freaking
you know.
adorable.
They are.
that they really made me laugh. What about you guys? You guys had a crazy cuckoo day too?
Yeah, just work has been crazy cuckoo.
Crazy
Yeah.
cuckoo. Swear to
Exactly.
God.
Just, you know, training sessions and stuff that just end of the month. It's just always crazy.
I know. Yeah. End of the month is always nuts. That's why Mr. Big was hoping to get an office day because he has like end of month stuff.
Right.
Mhm.
And he's on vacation all next week because it's the kids' first week of school, back at school.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Get this. Ooh, we're going on our first date in
Woo.
19
Good
months.
too.
Let
Well,
me
I
tell
had
ya.
a first.
What'd you do?
I had a first since COVID.
What?
What?
I had my first head cold.
You got your first cold of the season?
My first cold since COVID.
Oh my
So
God.
in like almost 2 years, and I'm like, shit, I forgot what this feels like. But I got it
Hey, it kicks
from
your
this
ass.
cute little nugget. So he loves me so
Aw.
much he wanted to share. And then he gave it back to mommy.
Yeah, he double loves me. I got it again.
Oh
jeez.
man.
But
So
now I
how-
have
what do
like
you
the
have?
opposite. I have the nose. I didn't
Oh,
have the nose the first time. I just had like the congestion that like dripped down my throat.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I
Oh,
can't
Jesus.
breathe through my nose.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
me
yeah.
earlier.
It started yesterday. So
I
I went
had-
essentially like 4 days without a cold. And then I came back.
I had the sore throat and I was like, oh my God. I was like, can you just, because that's how it is for me. Like, I'll get a sore throat and then it'll turn into a cold. And I'm like, can it just turn into a cold already? Like, I hate a sore throat where it's just like there and it's just annoying. I was like, at least I know, like, with my nose and like it'll go away.
Well, remember when
So.
I had my sinus infection and I had
Yeah.
like, oh, it's allergies for so long. Well, remember like the first week, I'm like, I have to go for a COVID test. I'm so afraid it's COVID. And you guys are like, it's your allergies, bitch. It's your allergies.
Right.
Sure. Shit.
Well, that's what I was worried. And I was like, no, I was just with Nugget and I know he was sick. So I was like, I just got it from him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because we were
if
snuggling.
You know the direct source. Yeah.
He wanted to, snuggle with me. So I'm not going to say no.
And how can you say no to that?
And I mean, Nugget licks shoes. So like he'll just like randomly pick up a shoe and like put it in his mouth. I'm like, what are you doing, child?
That's what we used to do for like when we would play Truth or Dare. And it's like, I dare you to lick the bottom of your shoe. I don't know how many times I've done that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've done that as well.
Right. See, it's the things that we used to do. It's like, why would we do such stupid stuff?
Oh, man.
Anywho.
All right, ladies.
Got some Marvel news?
Yes, I have Marvel news.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a really good one. That was seamless. All right. So, ladies, as we know, Spider-Man No Way Home, the trailer dropped this week.
Whoop, whoop. On what day?
On the day that
WandaVision told us.
We had known for 8 months.
We had known for 8 months, and we were
7 months.
Whatever, 7 months. August 23rd, which was the date on the calendar in WandaVision. And us three actually discussed the date.
Everybody did. Everybody wanted to know what 8/23 meant.
Nobody knew. And we were like, oh, it's what Jamie, you said it was something about
it was a comic issue.
It was a comic issue. Yeah.
Well, so, apparently it had dual meaning.
Apparently.
It was foreshadowing.
Apparently. And somebody leaked it the day before.
Oh my God. So I'm sure you guys seen the memes that it was like, Tom Holland going, wasn't me. Because he's known to literally leak everything and like spill the beans.
He's like, wait, it got leaked? And then he was like, oh, whew, it wasn't me this time.
And then I was seeing the memes and it was like, oh, it the trailer got leaked a day ahead of time. And ScarJo's just sitting at a computer like,
she's like, fuckers.
Like, this is my revenge.
Yeah, it got leaked. So my theory is, and tell me if you agree, but I think all of these leaks surrounding the new Spider-Man movie, which comes out December 17th, the greatest day of the year, just saying.
Somebody's birthday.
So my theory is, I think the reason why there's all these leaks with Spider-Man is because Sony is involved. Because damn well, if it was Marvel 100% only Marvel, then there'd be nothing.
That shit would be
leaked.
locked down.
That shit would be locked down. Yeah. I think it's
Absolutely.
because Sony's involved. They got loose lips. They're sinking ships, That's a Captain America thing. Sounds like something he would say, right? Any other Marvel? I think that's it. That's just the Marvel news. I mean, it's fun. There's lots of speculation around it. The theories, people are diving deep. One thing everybody needs to remember, it's a fucking trailer. They add things that aren't in the movie all the time.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, ladies, from watching the trailer, we figured out that it is going to be loosely based off of a Spider-Man crossover series called One More Day. Is it? I think it's called One More Day, where Aunt May is dying and he wants one more day just so he could have Aunt May, right?
Right.
So he makes this deal. I'm going to say it once and we're going to forget about it and not even think about it after I say this, okay? In that series, the bad guy is Mephisto.
I know. Like WTF exclamation mark,
my
exclamation
God.
mark, exclamation mark.
If Mephisto's
Fucking
in this,
Mephisto.
if it's gonna be Mephisto, Nikki's gonna
I think
shit her
Nikki's
pants
gonna,
on her
I was gonna
birthday.
say she's gonna fucking fall over. Like she's gonna be in the theaters and she's gonna go like fucking like Wicked Witch of the West, like feet up,
Yes.
done. Like
I am telling you.
Jumping
lose
in the
her
seats.
shit.
Uh-huh.
Like people are gonna be like fucking throwing stuff at her because this bitch is gonna be like fucking Mephisto.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I like low-key need to be there to peep your reaction if
Yeah,
it is
right?
in fact.
No, you guys are going to be there. Remember, I told you I want to
But
go.
I know, but I kind of almost don't want you to know that I'm there because I'm
Right.
just gonna sit right next to you.
Because we're gonna be like secretly recording.
Like
Oh my
legit.
God.
Like the whole time we're just gonna have
No
our
fucking
phones
lie. Legit.
like just waiting.
Waiting for
waiting.
Mephisto. Well, we'll
Yeah.
see. It's quote loosely based. So, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of
Never say
other.
never.
I don't know. I mean, he's clearly talking to Doctor Strange. We'll see. I'm not going to put faith in all of these. I keep watching the TikToks and they keep talking about all these theories and everything. And I'm just trying to avoid them. Still want to see my Marvel content on the TikToks, but I'm trying to avoid Spider-Man. You know what I did? I bought a copy of One More Day. It's really hard to find. And I paid way too much money for it for a fucking comic book.
Okay, but like you can seriously turn around and sell it when you're done.
Oh,
Right.
well, after you two read it. When I'm done, I'll give it to you.
well,
And then you
that'd
can
be
read
great.
it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So it's 4 issues. It's 4 issues over 3 different comics. I think Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and the Amazing Spider-Man or something. I forgot the 3, but it's 3 separate Spider-Man comics. And they're trying to cross over. So I went on Amazon to look for the novel of all 4 issues. And it's just out of stock. And then so I looked for used. And there was only one seller in England, and it was all old. It was an old library book. So I bought it. So they shipped it like the next day. Then the day after they shipped it, they refunded my money.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they refunded my money. But it's
Why?
Can you like message them?
I did. I asked them why they refunded my money.
Do you have like shipping confirmation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, does it still show that it's moving?
Yeah.
Well, then fuck. Wait
I
and
should-
see if you get it. That's weird though.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I owe you money.
That's
But-
weird.
You know what? I should look at my bank statement. Maybe they took it out twice and they're just refunding the second one.
Hopefully.
So when I'm done reading it, I'll give it to you guys. And then you guys can read it and then share it. So it should be a quick
Thanks.
read. A lot quicker than the love life of Wanda and
Oh my god, though, I love that.
It was
I'm not
so
done
good.
with it yet, but I still like.
I'm loving
Yeah,
it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So good.
It was good. It was good. All right. So that was your Marvel news.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. I have this week's episode.
Which let me just say, I love this one infinitely more than I did last episode. Like
Yeah.
last episode, I was texting these two going, I'm just not into it. Why
Yeah.
am I not into it?
Right. Right.
This episode, I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. Don't let it end. Why is it
I
only 13
know.
minutes?
It had everything. It had mystery, suspense. It was great. The
Yeah, it was
animation.
like the big who done it.
It was. It was so good.
I was texting the ladies because Mr. Big was off on Wednesday and yesterday. And we got up super early and we watched it in the morning. I'm like, this is such a good episode. It's a murder mystery. And I knew instantly you guys would love this episode. I just knew
What?
instantly.
Whose voice did you do it in though?
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing it in what's his? Oh, see, now I can't remember his name. Detective
Blanc,
Yes, Detective Blanc from Knives Out.
which Jamie hasn't seen yet.
Oh, Jamie.
You act like I have all this fucking free time. I work 45 hours Monday through Friday and sometimes Saturdays. So like in a given week, I could work like 48 hours. And I know in the grand scheme of life that people work more hours than that, but I'm also a mom and trying to keep my shit together.
And
I run
you
an
do like
independent
sleep.
business and I try to sleep and I do a podcast.
And a podcast.
Excuses, Jamie.
How did I fucking know you would say that?
We got a great episode tonight.
Yeah, good episode.
Very good
So
episode.
good.
I'm covering it. I will try. I know I'm notorious for being long-winded with my recap because I basically write out every fucking line. I was very conscious not to do that this time. I did a little bit at the end because there's a lot of good zingers, but I'm going to try. I don't have 12 pages. I think I only have 6. So, but they'll go fast.
I call that progress.
I only had 3, so come on, Nikki.
I know. I got to get better. I'm going to do this. Okay. So
I think for my recap, I had like 3.5 pages.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I got to get to where you guys are. I'm just it's
You're
OCD,
getting there
man.
from 12 to 6. That's progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this week's episode, this is What If. We're covering What If Season 1, Episode 3. What if the world lost its mightiest heroes? So first off, I just want to say we were so wrong last week about there's no Black Widow. We said last week, oh no, I don't think Black Widow is supposed to be in What If.
The next day I saw like the trailer poster for it and I sent it to you guys like I guess we were wrong.
Yep.
Well, we're not perfect.
Sure.
Whatever.
Well, hindsight 50-50. Whatever.
But we do have to acknowledge.
Well, we did know ScarJo wasn't going to be in it.
Yeah, we did know that ScarJo was not going to be in it. Nope. She's too busy being a mommy now. So, and damning the man, getting what's hers. All right. This episode covers a comic book series entitled Fury's Big Week, which was released digitally between March and April of 2012 as a prelude to the American release of The Avengers on May 4th of that year. Printed copies were released between April and May of 2012. Here we go. The Watcher's time-space reality monologue introducing us to the episode entitled, What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes? Happens. And then we start with Monday. We go Monday through Friday. So it's not just a whole week. It's just a work week. Boy, what a work week it is, though.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God. Case of the Mondays, am I right? So Fury is giving his Avengers elevator pitch. There was an idea to bring together a group of, blah, blah, blah. Remarkable people. And Black Widow interrupts him and with remarkable people to see if they could become something more. I mean, they're driving in the car and she's like,
yeah, I heard that speech.
She seems like all of us listening to our dads tell that one story a gajillion times.
Over.
Right.
And
like,
over and
oh,
over.
really? I never heard this before. But let me finish the story for you because I know how it ends. So Fury's, the line that he says in the episode is exactly what he says when trying to motivate Tony and Steve during the OG original Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of okay, so one thing, ladies, I'm going to prepare you for. They refer to the Ed Norton Hulk movie a lot in this show.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
That is the one movie that,
yep.
I mean, I've seen it once. We don't own it, but I've seen it. And you guys haven't seen it, right?
That is the one movie I have not seen.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I got the gist of it.
Yeah. Lots of looking things up for this one,
Yeah.
So they're on their way to get Tony Stark. Black Widow is surprised at Fury for wanting to stake the future of the Avengers initiative on Tony. She's like, oh, God, I can't believe you're doing this. They pull up and find Tony in Randy's Donuts, in the Randy's Donut sign, just like in Iron Man 2. And he's sitting there just eating a bunch of donuts, and Fury, thinks Tony has potential, and Natasha thinks he's just a drunk. Fury then asks Tony to exit the donut.
So, fun fact.
Yeah.
The same music that plays during this scene in Iron Man 2 is played here in this alternate reality.
The next shot we see is inside the donut shop, and Tony is explaining to Fury that he doesn't want to join his boy band. As Nick points to the palladium running through Tony's veins in his neck, Fury tells him that he realizes he likes to work by himself, but basically you're fucking yourself, dude. You may want to fly solo, but I can help you, kind of thing. And he's making things very difficult for Fury. And Fury's like, I don't like that. So I don't want you to have to be my problem if you're not working for me, and he just constantly becomes Fury's problem. And Tony's like, I know. And then all of a sudden, Natasha walks up to him and just hits him in the neck with a shot. And Fury goes on to explain that Natasha gave him a dose of lithium dioxide to take the edge off. Natasha goes on to explain that it wasn't a cure. It just abates the symptoms of the palladium. Then Tony starts to choke, and all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, he's on the ground. He's dead. And we've got a murder mystery on our hands. Dun, dun, dun. Next, we hear the Watchers say, humanity, so eager, so willing to face the impossible. All right, so that's Monday. Tony dies, and they're like, what the fuck? Here comes Tuesday. We see Milner in a crater in New Mexico. And Agent Coulson calls Fury and tells him that they found it. Fury tells him to set up perimeter and tell the team that he's on his way. But in fact, he was not on his way. Oh, nay. No, what was he doing? Instead, he's with S.H.I.E.L.D. agents escorting Black Widow. She's been arrested for killing Tony Stark. Natasha says that she may have not liked the man, but she certainly did not kill him. And Brock Rumlow, this douchebag, he's back, tells her to save it for Alexander Pierce. So, yeah, he's being referred to. I have theories. Well, I don't want to say theories. Somehow Alexander Pierce is going to be affiliated with this series somehow, because he comes up twice in this episode without actually being in it. He's referred to here and then later on. So anyway, Fury tells Natasha that he knows she didn't kill Stark. And he tells her that someone from within S.H.I.E.L.D. compromised S.H.I.E.L.D.'s antidote. I wonder who it was.
I didn't know, but apparently Sweet Baby Angel Alyssa did.
I seriously did not know who the hell it was until they told us who it was.
No, not at this point. I didn't know at this point yet.
Okay.
Well, whatever. But no, I literally was like, oh, that makes so much sense. But I had no fucking clue.
And then we're texting about it, and I was like, I knew it.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, Sweet Baby Angel. You are the chosen one, apparently. So Fury tells her that she needs to do what she does best, and that's to find the motherfucker that killed Stark. She needs to start getting all her spy shit going. He gives her the empty vial that she used to give Tony the antidote. And she, along with 10 armed guards, are locked in an armored vehicle, and then they drive off. They're sitting in the armed vehicle, and Natasha scoffs at the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, telling them that they're no fun and asking them if she could listen to some tunes. And they're just blank faced at this point. Then she asked one of the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to hold her handcuffs, and he politely says yes before he realizes that she doesn't have her handcuffs. And then Natasha proceeds to just kick all of their asses. Like, she just one after another. There's like 10 of them in there, and she's just kicking them all. The driver in the armed vehicle and the co-pilot are just talking about her, saying, sure, she can land a punch, but it's only because people don't expect it. Whatever.
So this part is a parallel to when Steve is in the elevator with Crossbones or Rumlow.
Oh, yeah.
Where he like awkwardly is like, does anybody want to get out? Before he kicks all of their asses too. So this is the same thing, except Natasha does it instead of him.
So then they hear rustling in the back, the driver and the passenger, and they pull over. And the agents, they open up the back and they see that all the guys are knocked out and Natasha's gone. And he's like, crap. No. Shit.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It's so cute. Nugget says, oh no.
Aw. Now we're back in New Mexico. Thunder is rumbling and there's the perimeter around Milner. Clint Barton tells Fury, the best we can tell is that it's extremely powerful and not from around here. Electromagnetic, neutron, vital radiation, all off the charts. Cut to SHIELD agents patrolling the perimeter. And out of nowhere, some dude attacks him. Just knocks him down. He's out. There's lots of back and forth in this too. So, oh God. There's just a lot of back and forth.
It's pretty funny though, some of their one-liners.
Oh my God, yes.
Cracking up.
Oh my God.
Cracking up.
Absolutely. Especially Coulson. He was my favorite.
Yes.
He was my hero in this episode.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like he was in the actual movies too. Like everyone always rooted for him.
I'll wait till later.
It's just, he's just a very wholesome.
Wholesome Coulson.
Wholesome Coulson. Oh, we need to make a shirt that says Wholesome Coulson.
I love it.
Trademark. TM. Wholesome Coulson.
You heard it here, folks.
Oh God. All right. So back to Fury and Barton. Thunder's rolling and Fury questions it. And Barton's like, yeah, it's been happening all night ever since the artifact arrived, which is Milner. Clint also tells Fury that no one can lift it. Not even, and this is the best part, one of the better lines of the whole show. That he tells him that nobody can lift it, and quote, not even Jackson, and he does CrossFit, end quote.
Fun fact: Jackson was a SHIELD agent in Thor.
Yes,
For
I was
real?
just gonna say that. Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yep.
My God, the littlest details. These guys.
No stone unturned.
I swear. So Fury's like, if something that powerful goes missing, somebody's coming after it. So smash cut to more SHIELD agents silently getting taken out one by one by this mysterious person. Meanwhile, Clint and Fury are hoping that whoever shows up to claim the artifact is an ally. Fury says they need to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Then Agent Coulson finds one of the agents and states that there's a man down and to sound the alarms. As the alarms are going off, Clint says, I think the worst just got here. So Coulson explains to Fury that there was a perimeter breach and that there are multiple agents down. Then he sees Thor kicking some major ass, and Coulson tells Fury he has a visual on the perp, and he starts to describe him as follows. A Caucasian male, mid-20s with really great hair.
I mean, he's not lying, but seriously,
he's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yes, Coulson goes on to tell Fury that it's an accurate description and that he's gorgeous. And as he says this, Thor is like waving his hair in slow motion.
Fabio.
Whoosh.
Fabio. Yeah. I can't believe it's not butter. Whoosh. Ooh. Meanwhile, Barton is overhead with a visual of Thor, and he has his arrow pointed at the ready for Fury's go ahead. Thor is making a move on the hammer, but Fury tells Clint to wait. As Thor gets closer to the artifact, which is Mjolnir, Clint comments that Coulson wasn't lying about his hair. It's really nice. Fury keeps telling Clint to wait for his command, but right when Thor was about to pick up Mjolnir, Clint shoots his arrow and he kills Thor. Dun, 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 with a murder mystery on our hands.
It literally reminds me, as like each of these events are unfolding, it reminds me of fucking Clue. Like,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
lightning, the lights go out, and then next thing you know, someone's dead, and no one knows how they died, who done it.
Exactly.
I completely agree. So Clint immediately says that he didn't do it. He swears up and down that he did not pull that arrow. But the arrow in Thor's chest suggests otherwise because it's totally his arrow.
I know. I felt so bad for him.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he literally was like beating himself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where we're at next. We're in the jail cell, and Barton is locked up with armed guards on either side of the door. Barton is questioning. He's like, what the hell happened? He's like, I don't make mistakes. I don't misfire. I don't slip. As Fury and Coulson are standing outside Clint's cell, they catch up with each other. We now know that Thor, or as they call him, the intruder, is dead, right? So
Intruder.
The intruder. And that by his blood sample, he's almost 1,000 years old and not of this world. First Stark, now Muscle Beach, as Coulson calls him. That's 2 high-valued shield targets killed by their own agents in 24 hours. Fury entered Barton's cell to talk to him, and he just finds him dead. We've got a murder mystery on our hands. But no one came in or out Clint's cell. Like, they have no fucking clue how the hell this happened. So Coulson and Fury are now standing over Barton's lifeless body in an exam room. They're running talk screens to see if it was cyanide tablet, but Nick doubts the cyanide because he had a wife and kids and he would never have taken his own life and gone willingly like that.
Which we didn't know he had a wife and kids until Ultron.
Right. So
and that was all secret hush hush.
Right. So that means Fury always knew that he had.
Which he said he did, but like I'm just shocked that he said that out loud. Because nobody knew. But I guess if he's dead, I guess it doesn't matter.
I guess so. You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about it that way. I thought it as, well, you know, they're shield agents. You know, they do take breaks, don't they? They do take a cigarette break behind the dumpster once in a while, you know, maybe go get a cup of coffee, sit around the water cooler. They got to be sharing something about their lives, right?
Right.
So anyway, so Fury thinks Clint was murdered and by the same someone that killed Stark. Coulson points out that Clint was in a locked cell by himself. And there's no sign of struggle, no entry wounds. Fury acknowledges that it's weird, but he also has a space corpse that looks like a Chippendales dancer rotting on the next table.
I love that. I was cracking up. I was like,
Coulson then takes. Wait, this is another great part. Coulson was my hero. I swear to God, he had all the best lines. All the best lines.
That's why I miss him.
I do too. But they'll bring him. I mean, they keep finding ways of bringing him back. Anyway, Coulson then takes in a deep sniff of Thor's dead body.
Lavender.
He says, wow, even while rotting, he smells like lavender. Wait, and then this is even better. Fury's like, really? And he takes a big sniff for himself. And he's like, huh, sure as shit. It does. He's like, oh, what do you know? He does smell like lavender. Wow. So Coulson points out that there's not a lot connecting Tony and Clint's death. and asks Fury if he has any more ideas. Fury says there was an idea. There was an idea. And that, how did he emphasize? What word did he emphasize? There was an idea.
There was, yeah.
Okay. There was an idea. See, now I'm like fucking Bucky Barnes in Fury says,
why are you making it sound like a question?
Yeah, right.
There was an idea.
There was an idea.
There was an idea.
Well, a TikTok about that. Like, time out. I saw a TikTok about this girl's argument about how bad the voice acting was in the first What If, but it was a directorial decision. And she kind of made a point, and I'm really hoping she's right, because so help me God, if Sebastian Stan, the next episode he's in, if he is a terrible voice actor, I'm going to lose my shit. I hope it was a directorial choice.
You've already lost your shit.
I did.
Right. But didn't you say, though, and weren't we talking about, well, it was kind of like corny, but that was because it was like the 1940s.
We kind of said that. Yeah. I mean, we had mentioned
like, that's
that.
just kind of how it was. And then we're like, well, hopefully it gets better.
I mean, we're just hoping.
Yeah,
we were hoping. Yeah. So I still hope that. Okay. So anyway, Fury says that there was an idea. Then he walks out of the room and Coulson just sniffs Thor again. So now we're on Wednesday and we're at Culver University in Virginia. Dr. Betty Ross, who was originally played by Liv Tyler in The Incredible Hulk in 2008. She's walking on campus as Natasha walks up to her. Dr. Ross says that she hasn't seen Banner. And Natasha explains that she's not there about the green guy, that she's there about the murder of Tony Stark. This piques Dr. Ross's interest, and she stops in her tracks. Natasha shows her the vial that she used to try and give Tony the antidote, and explain that she's being framed. In the laboratory, Dr. Ross is examining the vial and notices that the injector is completely clean. There's no trace of any lethal pathogens of any kind. She tells Natasha that whatever killed Tony wasn't biological. It was some kind of projectile that was fired from the needle. Ross then
tells... when you found out, or when you figured it out, Liz?
I had a hunch at this point.
You had a hunch? I still had no fucking clue. Still had no clue.
Same. Don't feel bad.
I love me a good murder mystery. Like, you girls know, I love mystery and suspense. I'm all about it. I don't think I've ever solved any mystery on TV or in a book ever before the end. I'd be a terrible detective. Yeah, I would be a terrible detective. Absolutely terrible.
Literally knowing who it is now, this fucking makes so much sense. But I just didn't think of it then, like when I'm watching it.
I agree, 100%. I agree.
Whatever. So, I was living in the moment.
Me too. Very good. Ross then tells Natasha that they're done. She goes, I'm done. You can leave now. And as Natasha leaves, she notices a Stanley's Pizza Parlor uniform, and which in The Incredible Hulk, he worked as a pizza delivery guy. So,
and I also have, at this point where Natasha's got like the sunglasses, and then later like the hoodie that she wears to see her. It's a perfect nod to the disguises that she wore in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and in Civil War.
Yep. Now that you point that out.
I thought that was really cool.
Very, very cool. Yes, you're absolutely right. She questions Dr. Ross and asked her if she has a side job delivering pizzas. And Dr. Ross said, oh, it must have been left by a student. Natasha's phone rings and it's Fury. he notifies her that Barton's dead. And let me tell you, whoever the animator was of that particular scene, they got in cartoon form shock, grief, and awe in 3 seconds. It was amazing the way they drew her face, the way they made her what we would all feel if our best friend died suddenly. You know, it was amazing. The animation was just mwah, chef's kiss. It was beautiful. After she took like a beat to collect herself, Natasha says, "Who do I kill?" She's determined. She's like, "I'm going to kill the motherfucker who killed my best friend." Fury goes on to explain that he thinks that Stark and Clint's death are connected, and they're all connected by the Avengers Initiative. Seems the killer is going after the Avenger candidates. The only other Avenger candidate left on the list was Black Widow and the Hulk. Fury tells Natasha to find Banner and get to ground, which I assume was get to safety. And I'm like, does that mean get to safety? And Mr. Big looked at me like, did you just fucking ask me a stupid question like that? He's like, of course.
Like, did you just ask me what I thought you asked me?
Right? Yeah. But he didn't say it. It showed on his face. But he looked at me. He didn't belittle me. He's never belittled me. What he did say was, "Yes, dear." All he said. He's also smart. So anyway, so Black Widow is like, I think I already found him. So she hangs up the phone and heads for this cabinet, and Dr. Ross tries to stop her, but Banner comes out and he's like, here I am.
So Bruce's first line to Natasha in this episode is similar to what Bruce tells her after she tracks him down in the OG Avengers. So in here, he says, "No need for violence, Agent Romanoff. That's probably not going to work out for anyone." And then before he said, "Are you here to kill me, Miss Romanoff? Because that's not going to work for everyone."
God, the parallels are awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, Black Widow is like, dude, we need to go now. Like, she's like,
quit the fucking small talk.
Toronto, we're gonna die, motherfucker. You better come with me. Meanwhile, the Watcher, did you notice he was in the sky?
Yeah, the silhouette.
The silhouette of the Watcher's in the sky as Coulson is driving back from a coffee run. Love is a Game by the Charlie Steinman Choir and Orchestra was playing on the radio. No, I did not know that. I did have to do the little app. What's that app, Alyssa? I always ask you the name of it. Shazam. I had to Shazam it. But because I may be square when it comes to my music taste, but I'm not that square. I did not know that. Anyway, Coulson's phone rings. It's Fury. He's like, "Bitch, where you at?" And he says that he just had to go on a coffee run. He had to take a break. But don't worry. He got him a double macchiato just the way he likes it, you know. And as Coulson drives up to the gate, there's a rumbling and everything starts to float.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Out of nowhere, there's this massive energy surge. Coulson tells Fury that there's a meteorological phenomenon of some kind as he gets out of his car to take a closer look. He sees an army not of this world. They're Asgardians, right?
Yep.
And he says that he sees an army not of this world, maybe from Middle Earth, from Lord of the Rings. Did you guys ever see Lord of the Rings?
No.
Are you serious? You fucking...
One of them, maybe?
Are you fucking serious?
I'm into Harry Potter.
I've seen like...
There are no alliances here.
Just saying, that was my thing, not Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
No, I've seen like one or two of them.
All right.
Don't ask me which ones.
But you know what Middle Earth means, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm not as upset.
Thanks.
You're like, thanks? Is that a compliment?
I guess.
Okay, so surprise, surprise, it's not from Middle Earth. They're from Asgard because it's Loki and his men. And women. Within seconds, black SUVs are pulling up to Loki and his men. Out comes Fury. Guns are drawn and spears are pointed. And it looks like a good old fashioned battle about to happen. Fury approaches Loki, basically telling him to just back the fuck off and go back where you came from. And Loki tells him to kneel before God, his whole spiel. And Nick is like, yes. And Nick is like, we don't do that here.
That's just like
our bag.
when Bruce was trying to kneel in front of T'Challa in Infinity War. And he's like, no, we don't do that here.
Right.
No.
Nick Fury's phone begins to ring. Okay. While Loki goes on with his whole spiel saying, I am Loki, Prince of Asgard, the rightful king of Jotunheim. Woo! I got it.
Did it.
Anyway, so Loki keeps getting interrupted by Fury's phone ringing as he's going through his whole spiel. And finally, Loki goes, are you going to take that? Because I'm in the middle of something here. So I'm going to warn you that for the next 5 to 10 minutes, there's a lot of back and forth. I'm talking scene to scene to scene. I mean, way back and forth. Not 5 to 10 minutes, maybe the next 2 minutes. The phone call was obviously from Natasha. We cut to her. She's dragging Bruce as they're walking, and she is pissed off that Fury didn't pick up the phone. Bruce tells her that it's better for everyone if he just fends for himself because he can't die. Then she says, well, I guess you're in luck because it's the military coming for them. Helicopters, armored cars, snipers, the whole 9 yards. And wouldn't you know it? It's fucking General Ross coming to collect Natasha. It's Ross. Yeah, right? That motherfucker just will not give her a break. As Ross is swinging his toxic masculinity around and his little dick, Natasha finally gets a hold of Fury and notifies him of the situation, then asks him what he's dealing with on his end. And he goes, space Vikings. And Natasha's like, show off, So he just tells her to handle the situation and again to get to ground, which we just established meant safety. Because I'm an idiot. Back in New Mexico, Fury asks Loki what brought him to Earth. Loki says, vengeance. Meanwhile, Natasha and Bruce are trapped. Yeah, there's lots of meanwhiles and back at and cut tos because this thing is back and forth. Meanwhile, Natasha and Bruce are trapped by the military and is told to surrender. Banner all of a sudden gets shot in the shoulder. Ross yells, who the hell opened fire? But nobody cops up to it. Everybody says, not us, not us. Nobody knows who the fuck shot Banner. And then you see Banner get into a mood, a smashy kind of mood,
So where he transforms into the Hulk on campus, that's where it happens in the same spot in the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I would not have known that.
I forgot.
I read that online. Oh, come on. Let's be honest.
So then we cut to Loki telling Fury he doesn't understand Fury doesn't understand the severity of the situation. Then pulls out the casket of ancient winters.
When he arrives on Earth that he's wielding that, that means he already found out
that he's a frost giant
and thwart. Yeah, it's confirmed that he is a frost giant.
Okay. Because only frost giants can use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So did he have it in Ragnarok? Wasn't it in which Thor movie was it in? I don't remember.
Didn't it have to be in Ragnarok?
I think so.
I
So
don't remember it in 1 or 2.
I don't know.
It's not my specialty.
Okay. Back in Virginia, we've seen it a million times. The princess, loves Thor, but
if it's not Avengers or Captain America, I haven't seen it that much.
Got it.
I don't know it by heart.
That's okay. Back in Virginia, Bruce is like, get out now, Natasha, because this is not going to be good for you. Then we go back to Fury and Loki. Like, it is back and forth. It's annoying to talk about, but it was fantastic to watch. Fury then asked Loki what was in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh yeah, that too. I was referring to Seven. But
No.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Oh, I saw that in the movie theater when I was a teenager, and I threw up in the theater.
Oh my God.
There's that one scene where the lustful sin was being explained, and I was like,
oh my God, that's hysterical.
Oh my God.
But I also saw it when I was older, though, so I get it.
Fury then asks Loki what's in the box. Loki basically thinks Fury is just being downright disrespectful, and he tells him he plans on taking over the planet Earth as he holds up the casket of ancient winters. Okay, so now we're back at Banner. Banner starts to turn into the Hulk, and Natasha just jumps from the window. She lands in her poser superhero pose.
Superhero pose.
And then the Hulk, and then the Hulk roars, and Ross says, "Take it down," and unleash gunfire onto the Hulk. Loki points his blue box towards shield agents and fires this blue stream of ice, but not before Fury hits the ground for cover. The Hulk is now throwing cars and just destroying shit. Meanwhile, Loki is freezing everything and destroying shit. General Ross is shooting Banner while his daughter, Betty Ross, tries to run up to him to get him to stop shooting her boyfriend. She's in love. Natasha stops her, telling her to just stop. This isn't your father's fault. He didn't start this. And she's like, well, then who did? All of a sudden, the Hulk starts growing even bigger, like a marshmallow in a microwave, right? Like Violet Beauregard in Willy Wonka, but green, not blue. Like, he just starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, right?
That's what I was thinking. That was my favorite.
And then are you excited for the new Ghostbusters movie? Oh, it looks good. Did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah.
You're not excited for it?
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't see your reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, so he gets bigger and bigger, like a big giant booger, and he explodes, right? And he's just like, explodes all over the place. Both Betty and Natasha are just amazed that Bruce died, because he's the Hulk.
He's not supposed to.
Doesn't die.
Right. He does not die.
Back in New Mexico, Fury yells at Loki, telling him that declaring war will not bring his brother back. Then Lady Sif stops Loki and tells him that he's not wrong, The All-Father would want to listen. As we all see these SUVs upturned and in frozen towers of ice everywhere, Fury says, "We have the same enemy here, dude," explaining it to Loki that the same person who killed his brother also killed his people. Perhaps they should work together, right? After some reluctance, Loki agrees, but on one condition. Fury has to deliver the perpetrator by dawn, or Loki will reduce Midgard to ash and ice. Let me tell you, his voice, I could listen to it all day. I could just
quick little edit to what we were talking about with the casket of ancient winters. I looked it up because it was bothering me. We see it in Thor and Thor Ragnarok. You see it briefly. You see it briefly in Thor, but we see it in Ragnarok. It was bothering me.
Now it's 4:35 in the morning on this clock. I'm outside the Manassas, Virginia Public Library. Okay, 4:35. Do you have anything for that?
No, I'm really fucking surprised that you caught that.
Well, first of all, I have a beef. I don't know if there's what the numbers mean or anything, but at 4:35 in the morning, that means dawn is in 2 hours. So like everything that happens between now and the end of this episode is within 2 hours. Just keep that in mind. The clock said 4:35. Keep that in mind through till the end.
Okay.
So anyway, we're in the Manassas, Virginia Public Library, and Natasha's there. And she's asking, this is such a great this is such a good part.
We was dying.
Right? We were dying. We rewound it 3-4 times. So Natasha's asking Agent Coulson for his password because she can't get hers because they locked her out because, you know, fugitive, whatever. So she just wants to get to the Avengers Initiative files. After some hemming and hawing, Coulson finally gives her his password. It's hashtag Steve, I heart Steve 0704.
Which 0704 is July 4th, which is his birthday. Which is Steve's birthday. He was born on the 4th of July. Because of course, Captain America would be born on the 4th of July.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I just like we should get that tattooed. We should get that tattooed right above our hairline on our neck. Hashtag Steve, I heart Steve 0704.
Oh my God.
That's a great idea.
How did Coulson know that was my password?
Now you have to change it. Put like an exclamation mark, or like the S could be the dollar sign.
Yeah. I'll change some part of that. It won't be exactly that.
Okay, so Natasha's trying to access the Avenger Initiative files. She hears something. She turns around. There's nobody there.
Okay, at this point, this is when I figured it out.
Really? What about this made you realize who it was?
Well, keep talking, and then I'll say it.
All right, so she pulls up the files of all the administrators that have logged in recently. On the list was Agent Coulson, which is her, you know, Nick Fury, obviously, Janet Van Dyne.
And is that what made you realize, knowing that was his wife list?
That.
Plus, on her picture, it had a red X on there.
Yeah. And then it was also Alexander Pierce
and Maria
Hill.
Yeah.
No, it was when they start fighting and she's like fighting against nothing.
Oh,
that's when I realized that. I was like, that's like Ant-Man when he gets like small and he's like fighting and then you can't see him.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, is that
my dumbass over here is like, I think it's Loki. It's Loki. I'm thinking it's Loki the entire time. God damn it. So Natasha, she's just confused. She's like, how did a woman who died 2 years ago access the Avengers Initiative file yesterday? So she starts to call Fury, but then she hears a door open from within the library, and the library is supposed to be empty. She stands up and she says, you won't win. And she's ready to fight. She stands with her fighting pose. She gets her ass completely handed to her by an invisible person. So, and this is where our sweet baby angel is also the smartest of the three of us, because we did not figure it out in the slightest. Good job, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Fury's voicemail picks up, And Natasha's getting her ass beaten, but she manages to say it's hope. It's all about hope.
All right, but did you hear hope? Because I'm like, it's all about hope. What the fuck? He's dead.
Oh, and then that definitely confirmed it. I was like, oh, it's hope. Like hope.
See,
hope.
I didn't hear hope. I heard Hulk.
Oh.
What'd you hear?
Hulk.
Oh.
Because I was like, what the fuck?
No, I heard hope.
About? Yeah, no,
I heard hope.
But also my ears are not exactly the clearest right now.
Right.
That is why you have the captions on.
I don't have that. I didn't do it.
You can have it.
I know. I just
not.
You're 100% correct. I sunk into that couch and I was not moving.
I agree. I hear you. I don't blame you.
When she says hope, I
ding 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 ding.
No, I like the idiot that no, not in the least.
Oh jeez.
I was the idiot, the target idiot that MCU was hoping for, because I'm like, oh, it's all about hope. Like, I hope this, we have to keep hope in our heart, and I hope this happens. Yeah, I was their target idiot completely. That's exactly why they said that, to fool idiots like me. Anyway, moving on. When we cut now to the coffee shop where Fury is listening to, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one detail. So when she says it's all about hope, the final frame of that scene is her being pulled away.
And then when Fury's listening to the message.
Yeah.
Did we get there yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Sorry.
We're in about 1 second we will. But I just wanted to point out, before we get there, I just wanted to point out that technically we never saw Natasha die. I think that's something we need to keep eye on, because I think she's coming back. We technically did not see her die.
Correct.
So okay, so then we cut to the coffee shop where Fury is now listening to Natasha's voicemail over and over again. What did you have there, Liz?
So where he's listening to the message, he's sitting inside the diner where Thor notably smashed his coffee cup.
Oh, another. Yeah.
This is good. Another.
Coulson walks up to Fury and is like, listen, boss, I know this whole Loki situation is the very reason why you wanted to create the Avengers Initiative, a group of remarkable individuals to fight battles we can't. And Fury interrupts him and he snaps at him. He's like, I know, I wrote the goddamn speech. He's so pissed. And Coulson goes on to explain that there's only one more name on the Avenger list, and that's Fury himself. Dun, dun, dun.
But I know there isn't, but what about OG Cap? He was on the original Avengers.
Yeah, but he's not even there yet.
Well, I know, but why would they say that he's the only one?
I think you're taking it too literally.
Hello. She's holding out hope.
That's the basis of our podcast, is we take everything literally.
Yeah, you're right. So Fury suddenly he realizes that he's not the only Avenger left. There, are you happy now, Alyssa? He's not the only Avenger left.
Yes, I am.
We've got. So he gets up and he just leaves. He goes to his car. He rumbles through his glove compartment and pulls out the Captain America pager. He calls.
No.
What?
Captain Marvel?
What did I say?
You said Captain America.
Oh yeah, I knew what you meant, and I just didn't even pick up on
I know, I knew what she meant, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Jesus, yeah, I'm blaming that on you because you're complaining that there's no Captain America in this episode. Hold your horses, honey. Pretty sure he's coming. You want to know what? By the looks of the posters of episode 9 or whatever the zombie episode is, looks like he's going to be a zombie.
I think it's 8.
Your boyfriend's going to be a zombie.
Yeah, that's okay.
But he's coming. Don't you fret, my love.
coming.
Don't you fret. He's coming. So anyway, so
That's what
he
she
had.
said.
Oh, that was perfect. So
Boom.
he pulls out the Captain Marvel pager, and Coulson's like, "Is that a beeper from the 90s?" He's like, Fury's texting boob, 3003, trying to make boob out of the. Did you ever do that? Fury's like, it's our last hope. Then he realizes that what Natasha meant by it's all about hope. Coulson's like, where are you going? Fury says, I'm not sure yet. You either make a pact with God or deal with the devil. And then he pulls away. Whoa. A lot of devil talk lately. Telling you. If this Mephisto motherfucker don't show up sometime before phase 5, I'm going to be very, very upset. He's got to show up before phase 5. He's just gotta. Anyway, Fury arrives to his apparent destination, and he approaches the destroyer from Thor, saying, I'm here to see your boss. Then we're finally at Thursday. Boy, ladies, it's been a pretty shitty week so far, right?
No shit.
It's been a pretty shitty week. Now we got
lost
Thursday.
A person a day.
A person a day. So now it's Thursday. It's okay. So it has to be. So here's where the timeline. The clock said 4:35, maybe 3:35, dependent, because the hour hand was a little off. Either it was 3 or 4. Maybe it was like in Back to the Future, where the clock is always stuck at the same time because of the lightning bolt. Maybe it's like that, right? Maybe it's just stuck at that time. I'm going to have to look into that because, yeah, I'm going to call that. That's because otherwise none of this really makes sense. Because now it's Thursday, when technically at 4:35 in the morning, that would be Thursday. And it's not that dark out at 4:35, no matter what time of year it is. Right? So I got to stop being so technical.
And you were just yelling at me for being literal.
I was just thinking about that too. I'm terribly sorry, darling. My sweet baby angel. I'm so sorry. All right. So we're in San Francisco, California. We're at the Golden Gate Park Cemetery. Fury,
which is similar to the location of where the Wall of the Vanished was when Scott Lang came out of the quantum realm.
Aw, yeah.
That's the same spot.
Absolutely. So Fury's at Hope Van Dyne's gravesite, and the grave says, beloved daughter, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So now, question. Is that the Nexus event? Like, what is the Nexus event for this?
I was thinking that. I think that might be it. I know, I was trying to think of it, and I want to say...
Oh my God! I just thought of something. All of this, if they're all connected, like in the same timeline, there's only one Nexus event. And that is... Peggy staying in the room where it happened, right?
Yeah, but not if you see later at the end, then how could it be? You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll continue. We'll discuss this after. I guess.
You know what I mean?
Well, is the Nexus event Thor being killed? Because Thor now being gone leaves...
Or Tony being killed first.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, there's so many
but I was
things.
thinking, like, with Thor being killed, it leaves Loki open to take the throne and essentially change that entire timeline.
But if Hope
because
wasn't...
Thor's not standing in the way.
True, but if Hope wasn't an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., then what happens next wouldn't have happened. The reason why everything happened was because she was an agent.
Right.
Or, you know what? We'll get to it. There's something coming up.
Yeah, we'll get to it. So there's flowers all over her grave. So that indicates that somebody's been visiting her, right?
Mm-hmm.
We then hear a bug buzzing, and Fury hears.
Did you finally realize it?
No, because I'm the idiot demographic they were shooting for. Alyssa, come on now, come, my love, come. Fury hears this and says, and says, if it isn't, and that's when I got it. I go, Hank Pym.
Finally. Don't feel bad. I caught on like 30 seconds before you.
Yeah, he goes, well, if it isn't Hank, and I go, Hank Pym, before he says Pym. I'm like, I knew it. I said it before you did. So here we go. There's Hank Pym as Yellow Jacket right there. And do any of you have anything about Yellow Jacket and Hank Pym?
In the Avengers comics, Hank is the first person to use Yellow Jacket as a superhero name.
And then he also went berserker as Yellow Jacket, right? And he beat his wife. Yep. Something along those lines.
Nice.
Yep. It was something with like the protons in his brain. I don't know, but it was not a good storyline, to say the least. So anyway, Hank Pym apparently has all these protons in his brain because he is pissed off. He is so pissed. And the voice acting, oh my God, Michael Douglas bringing his A game. You just, I don't know. I just thought all the.
You mean people do know how to be good voice actors?
Yeah, that's what I mean, we'll discuss it later, but I will see. But I think what we had discussed by the end of that episode, and what this lady was arguing, I think she's right. I think it was a directorial decision to be like, who ordered the calamari?
They did it to be cheesy on purpose.
Yeah. Anyway, so Hank Pym is super pissed off. He's like, what gives you the right to stand over my daughter's grave? Blah, 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 blah. And Fury's like, dude, she's dead. Who cares? She doesn't even know I'm even here. How can I offend her? Give me a break. Which, that was a pretty shitty thing to say to him, But anyway, then Hank claims that she'll kill his daughter. But listen to this truth bomb that Fury drops. He said that Hope Van Dyne died on a S.H.I.E.L.D. mission outside Odessa, Ukraine.
Which, in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Natasha mentions Odessa when talking about the Winter Soldier, which means because she was taking what was it, like a tech or an engineer. She was escorting an engineer. So that was probably Hope. So that means that Bucky, Winter Soldier,
killed Hope
in this timeline. But then, so it all goes back to like, well, if Bucky was the Winter Soldier.
Right. Well, save it. That's in my questions for clarity, girl. I got it.
But I mean, like on the same timeline. That's what if I'm like, well, it can't be because he didn't become Winter Soldier.
Right. So
that's why
we'll get to it.
It's the same one.
All right. We will see. Maybe there's two Buckies. Oh God, that's just no.
He's got an evil twin.
It just leaves a lot of questions. Hank is pissed, right? And then the way Fury is acting in the scene isn't very compassionate. I mean, the guy did lose his wife and his daughter. I get it. But then again, Hank killed, all the candidates for the Avengers Initiative. So I get where they're both coming from, to be honest. But Hank is having none of this. He's like, you're a dick, your organization is corrupt, and you guys killed my little girl. Hank also revealed that Janet Van Dyne died working for S.H.I.E.L.D., just like Hope did. Now, I thought, so she's still stuck in the quantum realm then at this point, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that, but he said that they killed her.
Well, she thought
because he thinks that they did because she's gone.
Right. He thought she was dead this whole time.
I see what you're saying.
Right. He didn't know that she was stuck there. He thought she was dead the whole time.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Fury's like, dude, that does not give you the right to murder Tony, Clint, Bruce, and Natasha and the Chippendale dancer. All right. But Nay says Hank. He's like, you took everything from me. Then we go into detail as to how Hank murdered everybody. So number one was the antidote for Tony. He got shot out of the syringe into Tony's neck and then killed him from within. Then number two, he was the reason why Clint killed Thor. He's the one who pulled Clint's arm, to be honest. That's what I don't know why I said that. That was stupid. He's the one who pulled Clint's arm back to kill Thor. Hand. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows Hank flying out of dead Clint's ear. Yep. And it shows him entering into Bruce's shoulder as a bullet and then throwing some kind of explosive onto Bruce's heart to make him explode.
I think it was probably that disc thingy that
T'Challa had.
Yeah,
no,
that Ant-Man uses.
That Ant-Man uses, like when he had the truck, the water truck.
Yeah.
Or he thought it was a water truck.
Yeah.
That little disc thing to make it bigger.
Yeah. So then it shows him attacking Natasha, but we don't, like I said before, we don't see her actually die. No. We just see her getting attacked. Hank says that he wanted Fury to hurt. He wanted everything that Fury worked for, fight for, hope for. He wanted all to die. But what about Thor? Hank killed him just in case Fury recruited him as a preemptive strike, you know?
Thought you were going to give him like a pep talk and get him to join you.
So basically Hank killed Thor because he could, right? Then Hank shrinks down to attack Fury. Fury's just swatting him down left and right. So now, okay, here's where dipshit Nikki also did not realize who Fury really was. Wow. Fury's really got skills, dipshit Nikki. They're fighting.
Yeah, spry for a guy with a corner office.
I know, and he does like the Matrix slow motion.
Nikki.
What?
Come on now. You should have known better.
What?
You should have known better.
Oh.
Who it was.
I know I should have known better, Alyssa. But as we have well established here on America's Asses, my role out of the three of us is village idiot. I am just living up to the standards that we have set for myself, that we have set.
Oh my God.
No, I did not realize it was fucking Loki until like a million fucking Lokis came out. I was like, really? Again.
What did he say?
So they're fighting and, you know, swatting, whatever. And Hank's getting his ass kicked. And he's like really surprised that Nick is really kicking his ass. All of a sudden, a bunch of Furies are all around Hank. And he goes to fly away up in the sky. But then he's frozen by a gigantic Fury with a shard of ice. And is forced back down to Earth. And as he hits the Earth, he shatters. And the Furies are just all laughing at Hank. They're all going to laugh at you. Like, they're all just laughing at him. And right then, the Furies turn into Lokis. And that is when your beloved Nikki realized, oh, they're all Lokis. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, right? Completely. Then they all disappear. And then the real Loki stands up and the real Nick Fury walks up. And Hank's like, what's with the goth kid? Loki responds with, Hello, trickster god. Hi. Fury then tells the fallen Hank Pym that S.H.I.E.L.D. is people. People willing to give their lives to something greater than themselves. To save the world from men like you. Ooh, that was good. And then Fury disarms his yellow jacket suit, and the Asgardian troops take Hank into custody. Nick Fury tells Hank that Hope Van Dyne died in the line of duty, and she will never be forgotten. And then angry Hank says, then you honor her. And he's escorted away. Now Loki is very, very pleased, like pleased as punch, to have had the time of his life here on Earth. And basically, he's kind of in his own way thanking Fury for the good time. And Fury tells Loki to take his hammer and get the fuck out of here, you know? Loki's like, nay, nay. Oh, no. No. I'm going to stay a while on Midgard. And Fury's like, how long? Oh, God. Okay, here we go, guys. Friday. So now we're at the United Nations, and Loki is addressing the nations of the world, saying, good evening, my loyal subjects. It's with great pride that I stand before you today to announce that in just one day's time, the nations of Earth have put their differences aside and united under my command. They show different shots from around the world of people and different nations watching this takeover as Loki continues his speech, saying, this pissed me off. Oh God, I hate this. It's unspoken truth of humanity that you crave subjection. The bright lure of freedom hobbles you, diminishes your life's joy. You were made to be ruled, so I have come to fulfill your destiny. Blah. That sounds kind of icky, right?
Yep.
Whoa. Anyway, so then we cut to a hangar at S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. All the caskets of the fallen are arranged in a row, and sheets are draped across their caskets bearing their logos. So their individual logos. You got Black Widow, you got Thor, you got them all. You got their logos. Anyway, Coulson points out that the Avengers fell before they even had a chance to rise. And may they rest in peace. Fury is furious. He says, they can, but we won't. The Avengers were always made to be more than a team. They were an idea. The affirmation of humanity's need to believe that in our darkest hour, we will find our hero. Oh, that's a pretty nice speech. Turns out.
Which reminds me is because the reason they became the Avengers was because Coulson got killed in the original movie.
Oh my God, that's another changes. Yes.
Like that just literally just popped in my head as you were saying.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Well, that wasn't a change because this is yeah, that's good. That's such a good observation, Alyssa. Holy shit. Then we see Fury with a flashlight finding the frozen shield of Captain America, Steve Rogers, Alyssa's first love. As the Watcher says in a voiceover, I believe that in this universe, as in every other, hope never dies. As long as someone keeps their good eye on the bigger picture. Get it? Good eye?
Good eye, mate.
Oh, man. Poor Nick Fury. Once Fury finds the shield, he says, welcome back, Cap. Then Captain Marvel appears and says, so where's the fight? And that is the end.
And she appears with her Captain Marvel music in the background.
Oh, hell yeah. With her long hair before she cut it.
Yeah. So when she shows up, she says, "Where's the fight?" which mirrors her response when in the post credits of Captain Marvel, where she says, "Where's Fury?"
All right. Okay.
That's all I had.
Oh, okay. Anything else, ladies?
No, I still just keep going back to Loki though.
I loved his eyeliner, man. He had some makeup going on.
He's using his new position as Guardian Crown Prince to take control over Earth. Which essentially tells us that Odin is still in his coma / whatever they call it, Odin sleep.
Yeah.
So that means he can do whatever he likes on Midgard.
Pretty much.
Versus in the alternate version, the God of Mischief in the Avengers plan where he needed Thanos.
Right.
He needed his army to launch an invasion.
Right.
But now that he's technically considered royalty, Asgard is his army and Earth can be ruled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's so fucked up. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep thinking that might be Thor's death might be the Nexus event.
You think?
I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
That's my theory.
There's so many. Okay, so I'll put under Nexus event for this one. I mean, because you're the only one who has one.
I honestly think that's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me because they keep going back to this. When he first came down, he said, I'm the
rightful
king of Jotunheim or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what he
said.
And
the rightful and the Prince of Asgard.
Yep.
Right. So he's self-proclaiming this, but he wouldn't have been at that point.
Right.
Yeah,
it would have been Thor.
Mark it down. That's my theory.
Okay. I got it down. Under Nexus event or theories?
I don't know.
I'll put it on Nexus event. I'll put it on Nexus Thor. So Thor's death would be this Nexus event. I don't know.
That's my theory.
Okay. I'm kind of leaning towards, well, let's do any questions for clarity. The only one I have is about Hope. Who killed Hope, right?
Winter Soldier.
But there's no Winter Soldier.
Is there?
Unless we're in a different timeline.
Right.
Maybe.
Because if the Captain America shield is there, that means that
he's still
OG
frozen.
Cap. Right. Because if it was the same timeline, it wouldn't be OG Cap. It would be Captain Carter. Right. It would have the British
taking that
flag.
Shield out essentially tells us that OG Cap is still frozen.
Right. So that OG Cap is in this timeline, in this alternate reality, but he wasn't in the other one.
All right. I'll take
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you make it sound better, All right. Well, I'm still gonna put it in the questions for clarity, even though you make it sound better.
I still don't know, but
yeah, I'm just gonna put it in there. Okay, so we've got changes. So we're gonna start off with a difference with MCU in general. With obviously Hope Van Dyne is now a SHIELD agent. However that happened, so that's the biggest change, right? And then obviously Hank Pym. I mean, all the changes are really obvious. Iron Man dies, Hulk dies, Hawkeye dies. They all die, right?
Right.
And then here, Asgard nearly goes to war with Earth, right? Where that would never happen in the MCU. But he was ready to go to war over Thor. But so maybe you're right, Jamie. Maybe you're right.
I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Anybody have theories?
No, we gave them to you already.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think they're setting up an entirely new set of Avengers?
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. You got
Well, how? Half of them are fucking dead.
No, this is a whole new set of Avengers. You got Peggy Carter. You got T'Challa as Star-Lord. So you got T'Challa. Then this one, we never actually saw Black Widow die. I don't think she's dead.
Right, but we do see her casket.
You kidding me? People were
Which is
buried alive all
implied.
the time.
I know. I'm just,
so many.
I don't know.
So, but I'm just saying, I think they're setting up. So, and that's all I have, ladies. What about you?
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all she
I
wrote.
gave you what I had. Yeah.
Oh, it was such a great episode.
I
It
love this
was.
episode.
I really did like this episode.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, ladies. Alyssa, what do you got
Thank
for us?
you.
Yeah, good
Thank
job.
you. Good job,
Wow.
Nikki.
Thank you. Hey, and I kept it short comparatively
You
to
did.
And you
what
were
I
so-
normally do.
You're texting us and you were so excited. I was like, well, good thing it's your episode.
Yeah, seriously.
You're like murder mystery and cliffhanger and all this stuff.
Oh God, it was so
Awesome.
good. It was so good. All right. So what do you got for us, Liz?
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and Anchor. And we are also on Facebook and Instagram.
And if you'd like to shoot us an email, you can email us at americasasesgalcast@gmail.com. And if you could do us a solid and if you could like us,
Love us,
Follow us
rate us,
review us.
and subscribe to us.
and one more thing. I love you.
Love you.
I love you.
3,000.
I was going to suggest watching it last week when I was over.
Dude,
But
you
what-
should have. We just fucking
I
sat
should
there
have.
on our phones. We
I
watched
should
fucking
have.
Gilmore Girls and Home Improvement.
We did. We watched it. That was awesome, though.
Although
I haven't
Gilmore
seen it
Girls and
ever.
Home Improvement, though, I mean,
I mean, yeah, but still, we could have
Yeah.
watched it.
Like
I didn't even
I was
think
still
about
cracking
it.
up at it.
I know.
it's
I
good
should have,
shows.
but I didn't want to watch it without Little Big, and then I should have just been like, well, he can watch it whenever he wants.
listen,
He
As
watches
much
shit all
as-
the time.
listen.
I know.
Here, ladies, as much as we love our husbands, and we love our husbands to the moon and back, our soulmates, never wait for them to watch a fucking movie. Seriously? Never. No. You want to watch a movie, you watch a movie, because I goddamn guarantee you that both Mr. Big and Little Big don't even give us a second thought as to whether or not they need to wait to watch a movie with us. So don't
100%.
yeah, I love them. They're both fantastic men, and we are lucky to be married to our spouses. They're great men. They're fantastic fathers. But when they have boy brain. It's boy brain. They just don't think that maybe my wife or my girlfriend or my wife wants to watch this with me. So maybe I should wait. No, they're not going to. The amount of movies that Mr. Big has seen without me, it doesn't even faze me anymore. At first I'd get offended and I was like, dude, come on. Now I'm like, all right, well, I'll catch up to it, you know?
Yeah, same here.
You know, I'm like, oh, well, you know, don't ever wait. Alyssa, don't you ever wait for a man to watch a movie.
Okay.
That is dating 101. Unless
All
it's
right.
like a specific series. Like
I love that she thought about him. I didn't think about it.
Woo! I practice
get
your
it.
get it.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh my
The
God,
TikToks.
we watched too
Oh,
much
I love
TikTok.
it though.
Swear to God. It's so funny. You know, my uncle used to have, skin tags. My uncle used to have one in his armpit, and he used to scare us with it. He's like, look, it's my evil twin. Woo, my evil twin.
Oh.
Whenever
Now that
anybody,
ain't gonna scar you as a kid.
I
don't
know,
if the fuck
right?
Would.
when
Right?
and so whenever anybody brings up or says evil twin, I always think of my uncle's skin tag at his armpit.
Really?
Oh,
Because I
God.
think of my big fat Greek wedding when she's talking about how
Yes.
She absorbed her own twin.
Yes. Inside that lump was teeth and a spinal column.
Oh, is it Andrea Martin,
lump-
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
was
Andrea
my
Martin.
twin.
fucking best.
God.
Was my twin.
Oh my gosh.
All
right, yes.
Stay
Okay.
with
So
Index. It'll be good.
it's such a good movie. All right.
This has been America's Access.